just from Mayhem's lineup, the Alice and the Kalia is not gonna be a very good pick, especially giving away that Baxia to Stallions.
I feel like the Alice is still very, very viable. This is where we left off. I don't think it's going to be a Moskov and Obsidian, or it might be, and it's a double gold lane. Yes. Oh, it is correct.
Reignite the star.
What is going on? Okay, so Jojo, it's Lunox jungle. Moskov mid.
Obsidian and Moskov.
Obsidian roam?
And
no,
Yuzhong just joined
Obsidian
in the picture? Okay, look, I know that Indonesia played Yuzhong. And I know that Diablo plays a lot of Yuzhong as well, but hey.
We talked about
your
double
debut
marksman.
game. Okay, the Devilish Monster, this is your debut game. You do not want to play a Vendetta?
This is Mayhem. Picking it, I'm still shocked that Obsidian and Moskov are in the lineup. They're quite late game. They pretty much do the same thing. You have late game potential. You have the Alice and Kalia to start things off. You have decent damage, but you're gonna falter in the early game.
This is a very greedy lineup. Wait! You're putting a Lunox in jungle?
Lunox jungle kind of works. It makes sense. The flicker into Retribution might change things up a bit, but welcome everybody going into the Land of Dawn. For the first game, it's confusing, we know, but we're just gonna get things started.
You're putting a Moskov mid?
It's a Moskov mid. It's a Moskov mid.
Okay, they definitely pressed wrong. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is a user error. I'm pretty sure it's user error, but they can't go, if I'm not wrong, they can't go over to the admin and say, hey, I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Or I'm not exactly sure about the rules, don't quote me on that, right? But there must be a reason why they either go with this. Number one, it is an issue that cannot be reverted because of player did it wrongly. So I think that this game is not exactly a very good way to say that, hey, Mayhem drafting is weird, Mayhem drafting is bad. I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that this is probably not their game.
I think that this is intentional. Look at how Team Stallions are just hammering onto rights. That's first blood over the Bray. And this is the aggression that Team Stallions can dish out if Mayhem picks such a squishy lineup like this.
So at this point in time, we've already got a first kill credited over to Team Stallions, and understandable when it comes down to Baxia. Baxia have a very good mobility, right? So being able to make their way over to the opponent's jungle and just really deal a good amount of damage and just getting themselves kills on the right, just takes the checkboxes pretty well.
Yeah, Bray's already rotating over to the enemy side of the map, taking a little bit of farm away from that Lunox. There's a jump and a flicker away on the bottom side, and Mayhem will live to tell the tale another day. That's 3 seconds into the first turtle of the game spawns up. Team Stallions already in position, and that's the problem with Mayhem's grab. Yes, they have a lot of late game damage and burst potential, but they have to survive the early game first. It's only if they are able to get into the late game. It's a free and easy turtle over the side of the horses, and the Stallions will pick that up and start rotating into the jungle. The aggression is starting to ramp up.
And then, just like that, it does seem as though that Lucian will be able to get himself a little bit more information onto what Mayhem is doing, has got good enough XP to get him to level 4. However, this is already past the first turtle, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but helping out team fights is going to be helping out a lot, actually.
Yeah, Diablo's already on orange buff. Coming in, jumping onto Jojo, taking a lot of damage, able to get that Brilliance out of the way, but the Tsunami Slam into the turret will take a lot of damage, and Team Stallions are just layering it all in. 2 down for the side of Mayhem for the price of Lucian Cutie. So much more worth it. The fight is still going on. 2 Die For You is coming in underneath the orange buff to take Diablo down.
So it is going to be a 2-for-2 trade, but ultimately the fact that they managed to get a kill onto the opponent jungler for Mayhem is a very good sign already. In the meantime, this is going to be the item builds that we have so far post first turtle. So we already have got the Molten Essences that's being brought by the Alice as well as the Baxia. But aside from that, the direction that we are looking out for is the fact that the Moskov is... Okay, Moskov's item build is pretty much understandable so far.
Yeah, will will be a little bit slow on getting the Trinity. That's a lot of damage, but the Tsunami Slam with the Purify from Roy just taking out safe, but Bray comes in from the sidelines, tries to take Burn down, and that's the Moskov sent to the graveyard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Moskov will have got a lot of problems going into this game and being able to just get himself a good amount of farm, right? Because I think by the time that it reaches 5 to 6 minutes, Mayhem will lose a lot of damage potential.
It's a 1v1 anime battle. Petrify already used up as well from the side of Diablo. No TOR from 2-Tie for you, but Diablo's going in strong. He's healing everything back up, but so is 2-Tie for you. Able to get out. SOD won't connect onto Diablo. Will be able to get out safe. The Turtle will be going to the side of Team Stallions. There's no way Mayhem is able to contest for this.
Yep. So with the Turtle that's just going to be popping down to the bottom lane in 15 seconds, and unfortunately Diablo doesn't really have a lot of HP after kind of losing that fight. There is still a way for them to kind of come back into this.
There's a lot of engage going on down the bottom side as the Traction Pulse pulling 2 members in. Roy taking that killing spree for himself as Team Stallions, just having that aggression coming through in this game. That's the power of this map. Lucian Cutie taking a lot of damage. That's the taunt down. Roy will pick that one up for 0-2 for the Kimmy.
Yep, that's the difference between a mid lane that can actually do something versus a mid laner that can't do something, right? Yeah. The moment that they start to move around, this is all about speed for the side of Team Stallions, because, I mean, yeah, if checks out, they are literally just going to be on a horse race, and in the meantime, Team Stallions is probably like the real horse racers, while in the meantime, Mayhem, they are lacking of one mid laner. They are just basically Uma Musume here.
Yeah, typically you want a mid laner to clear the lane fast. Moskov does it pretty slowly. Even though you have the minions all in one line, you want to get that spears going in through, you want to clear that lane and start that early game rotation. But with the Boxia, it's getting empowered. Look at him pushing over, blocking Flappy's tire, able to dash out of the way. Good kite from the Obsidia. That's AOG trying to pull her back in. Flappy goes down by the hands of Bray. And here's 4 members once again for Team Stallions. The horses are not letting up.
One of the main things that we gotta have to understand is that Mayhem don't really have got a real good way of area of effect crowd control. Other than the fact that 2-Tie for you just dive in 1v5 and just drops it out in front of everyone. But we cannot guarantee that that is going to help the allies stay alive either. Sure, has a lot of sustainability, but at this point in time, with a total of 5,000, or rather 4,500 gold deficit, it's not going to be a very easy game for 2-Tie for you to be able to just hold out fort.
Yeah, Bray's just getting tickled by that Alice. Lucian Cutie looking for the taunt. That's a 1-man taunt. Diablo waiting in. That's a bait. It's a 2-man Petrify down into Diablo. The Traction Pulse to follow up. Roy from the back line trying to get a lot of damage down. And Team Stallions are just running over Mayhem.
Yep, they are very bloodthirsty. And at this point in time, Diablo is just putting whatever that he can on over to Jojo. While he tanks a good amount of damage, he gives the kill over. Or rather, he didn't give the kill. In the end, the kill still credited over to Diablo with the help of Roy.
Oh, what a monster Diablo is. Just jumping underneath the turret. Jojo taking a huge brunt of the damage. A little bit slower on the jungle farm from Mayhem, and Team Stallions are just taking full advantage of this. 6,000 gold lead ahead, and they're running everything down. Every single fight, 4 members are there. Mayhem cannot catch that pace.
Yep, Team Stallions right now, they are making full use of the fact that they have a good amount of lead, and they're just spreading themselves out all over from the bottom to the middle lane. They managed to destroy all of the T1 turrets, and they can essentially try to look out for a destruction of the entire outer turrets by maybe a minute or 2 into this game, because Mayhem got no way to realistically defend.
Another aggression, down goes right. The Tsunami Slam won't save her now. I think it's a little bit difficult for Mayhem at this point because the Tsunami Slam is used as a defensive mechanism. Get too close, pull you underneath the turret. But Team Stallions right now, way too far ahead. Don't care, just go for it.
Yep, they are relatively tanky as well. It's either they are tanky or they are a little bit too far away from the main initiator, being that Kalia, or otherwise you are Diablo. That is playing as a Yuzhong. You have a good way of regenerating your HP either through Spell Vamp or Lifesteal. In this case, he does have got a Shard Residue that can build up very effectively, and let's not forget, he also do have the War Axe. The more amount of people that he deals damage to with the Shard Residue built up, the more that he heals and the more that he will be able to tank these turrets.
You know, honestly though, the way that Renza plays reminds me a lot of Oki. like back in the day.
You think so?
Oki is really like that late game kind of player. Once he shines, he really does shine. So yet to see Renza actually joining in the team fights with a blazing duet. But I think Team Stallions, the longer this game goes, I think they really have the upper hand in terms of AoE burst damage, as well as Roy getting almost 70 stacks on that Sky Piercer as well.
Yep. So I think that this is not going to be a main problem for Team Stallions of the fact that Renza hasn't been joining team fights because no assist, right? But ultimately, I think that the main idea is that they are going to cause Mayhem
it's one-on-one.
They're just going to cause Mayhem all over the map, right? And then give Claude that opportunity to really just end the game real quickly with the massive amount of farm that they have racked up.
Way too far ahead. Distraction pulse onto 2. AOG to follow up. Throws them in. Down goes 2-tie for you. Sanami slam for good measure, but won't do anything at all. Renza just slowly marching down, trying to find a flank, but Mayhem just backs off. There's 2 members down.
Fast wave clear capabilities from Team Stallions as well. They even held down the lanes down in the bottom lane with the Lord that will be marching from the top. Almost all of the T2 turrets have been destroyed, and this Lord itself should be able to grant them entry into the base. So it will be uncharted waters from here on, and it will be quite difficult because of the massive amount of damage these turrets can dish out. However, I don't think that it might be too big of a problem for Team Stallions.
Yep, Team Stallions is waiting for the Lord to crash down. This Black Dragon form to zone everyone out of the way as Team Stallions takes care of that T3. They want to end this, and they want to end this now. We got the TOR onto 3, and Mayhem are going crazy on Team Stallions, but the more they do, no damage is done as Team Stallions just secures this, a full total domination from the Stallions in game number 1, the opening match of the Challenger bracket stage.
Yep, can't say that I am surprised due to, number one, the role matchups as well as, you know, the total lineup.
Moskov mid just doesn't work.
Moskov mid is really a very difficult thing, right?
Always on this team fights, and Roy, you know him as the artillery mage user. You don't see him, but he's there. He is the shadow. He is him.
I know that he's a shadow, and I know that he's a silhouette, but that silhouette is oddly similar to Roy himself.
I think why not just use the actual photo? I think it's just blacked out his silhouette. But man, oh man, boy, great job to Stallions. Just a pure dominating game. Mayhem really needs to claw their way up. Let's take a look at this and let's analyze what went wrong. And I'm gonna say it's just the draft. It's just I don't know how Mayhem was gonna make this work.
Yeah.
Moskov doesn't really have fast wave clear. Early game, if he doesn't have the corrosion side yet, the wave clear is gonna be slow compared to that Kimmy who has straight blind damage. So if you're comparing the magic damage into the physical damage that scales up, Mayhem can't even reach that late game mark. I think this might be the fastest game that we have in MPL SG Season 10 so far.
I do think so as well, yeah.
10:08.
10:08. Okay, let's mark that down, and I will be able to give you the answer almost immediately. I'm not as good. I'm not as good as
Jay's. He's nutty with it. He's fast with it.
No, not this. Not this. Is this? Not this. Is it this? Not this. Is it this? Not this. Not this. Not this. Why do you have so many tabs?
Abstract off the camera, just looking at statistics, trying to find the fastest timing. But I think, okay, 10:08, pretty fast. We're gonna go. I feel like Team Stallions, if they are able to play how they play this time, getting Bray back, the old child prodigy right now in the military, and just having that control, that discipline coming into play, might be able to go even faster. We're not even talking about the item. I think Mayhem was just way too far behind to build anything up.
Are we way past that topic already?
I think we're way past that topic. I'm already changing this, but damage taken, damage dealt.
No. I finally found it. Let me say it.
Okay. What was it?
Yeah, it's 10:08.
10:08 fastest time.
Yeah.
What was the second fastest time? I know Jace was talking about it yesterday.
No, don't give me another thing for me to search up on.
You're in charge of stats. You had one job, Abstract.
Shut up. I don't like this job.
Man, okay. If we break it down, I think Team Stallion